Good morning, San Francisco.
Good morning!
I'm Tim Farnham with Black Label Real Estate, and this is your Monday morning market update. As of this morning, there are 1,320 homes available in San Francisco, down 3 from last week. Contingent homes were down by 29 to 110, and new homes were down by 56 to 137. In the condo market, for the under $1 million segment, we have the same amount of available listings at 413. New listings are down by about the same this week at 36. There were no price increases, but there were 25 price reductions, down by 9 from last week. Contingents are up by 10 to 37, and closed listings are about the same as well at 18. Noticeably, the days on market is continuing its upward trend to 45 days, which is up by 5 days from last week. In the over $1 million condo segment, we are down by 4 houses to 570. New listings were down by 21 to 48. Price increases were about the same at 7, and price reductions were down by 8 to 31. Contingents are down by 15 to 42, which is reflective of the downward trend for sold homes, with only 33 last week, which is down by 23. Days on market is also continuing its upward trend by 4 to 38 days. In the single-family home market, for the under $1 million segment, we saw 1 less new home on the market at 10, and the total homes available reduced by 3 to 29. There was 1 price reduction last week, and we currently have 9 homes with contingent offers, up 3 from last week. This has brought the median days on market down by 5 to 14 days. Sales price to list price remains at 103% of list price for newly listed homes. In the single-family home market in the $1 to $2 million segment, we have a noticeable decrease in listings, down by 24 to 32. Back on markets rose by 5 to 7, the highest of the year. Price reductions were also up by 6 to 14, marking the highest this year in that segment as well. Days on market remain steady at 16 days, and the sales price to list price of newly listed homes rose by 2% to 19% above list. In the luxury home market, in the $2 to $3 million segment, we had no change in available homes at 49, but we did have 5 fewer listings at 7. Pending listings rose by 2 to 10, and closed listings rose by 5 to 17. Days on market is relatively unchanged at 14 days, but the sales price to list price of newly listed homes went up again this week by 4% to 23% above list. In the ultra-luxury segment, which is the over $3 million segment, we have 6 fewer listings this week than we had last week at 74. New listings were also down by 6 to 4, and there were also 6 fewer homes that closed, down to 6. Days on market in this segment is slowly rising, and we're now at 28 days. As for the buyer indicators, we still have an upward trend since March, coming in this week at 79 price reductions. Back on market homes are staying steady though at 19 with no noticeable upward trend. Overall, listings are down 56 from last week, which is not typical for this time of year when we usually see weekly increases over the summer. Buyer sentiment in the condo market seems to be fragile as well, yet the single-family home market between $1 and $3 million seems to be very strong and homes are going really fast. Last, the ultra-luxury home market seems to be cooling a bit as well, with the days on market creeping up and the bid over ask seems to be lowering as well. Thank you for joining me for this Monday morning market update. Subscribe to this channel to stay informed on market conditions and trends. And as always, feel free to message me directly if you are curious about what your home is worth or wondering if buying into this market is the right move for you and your family.